Well, Amanda, as of now, the most severe thing we've seen or that has happened from the overnight storms is this trailer. You can see it's completely flipped over to its left side. Austin Fire and EMS did respond. 2 people were trapped inside of this trailer here in Northeast Austin. The call came in around 2 o'clock this morning. AFD says firefighters had to cut through the roof and move furniture to help free a man in his 70s. We're told he was pinned inside, and another person was also stuck after their trailer flipped over from the strong winds. Both patients were rescued and had to be transported to the hospital. EMS says the woman, who is in her 60s, has minor injuries. The man has more serious injuries after being pinned underneath the trailer, but is expected to live. It took crews about an hour to safely rescue both of those people who were living or staying inside of that trailer when it flipped over. Back to you. Yeah, those 2 people had to be taken to the hospital. They are expected to be okay, but they did suffer from some injuries. But take a look at this. This is that trailer that flipped over, 2 people being inside at the time when it did flip around 2 o'clock this morning. Austin Fire and EMS say it was knocked down during the storm. Luckily, both people made it out safely, and you can see that the trailer is flipped over. Austin Travis County EMS say they first responded here just before 2 o'clock. And then when they arrived, a woman was trapped inside the trailer and a man was pinned underneath it. It happened off of Canoga Avenue at the Oak Forest RV Park here in Northeast Austin. It did take emergency crews about an hour to safely rescue both people. Medics say the man is in his 70s and has serious injuries, but they're not expected to be life-threatening. The woman in her 60s has minor injuries. Both were taken to Del Seaton Medical Center, and you can see from the video that the trailer is not submerged in any kind of water, but EMS says this incident is believed to be weather related. Back to the studio. Good morning, Dave. 2 people were trapped inside of this trailer home you see here behind me. Happened around 2 o'clock this morning because of the overnight storms. Austin Fire and EMS responded here around 2 o'clock when it happened. 2 people trapped inside, and this is by far the most severe thing we have seen because of the overnight storms. Austin Fire say that the firefighters had to cut through the roof and move furniture to help free a man in his 70s. We're told he was pinned inside. Another person was also stuck after the trailer flipped over. Both patients were rescued and had to be transported to the hospital. EMS says the woman, who is in her 60s, has minor injuries. The man has more serious injuries after being pinned underneath the RV, but is expected to live. It took crews about an hour to get those 2 people out of the trailer. We've also noticed that there are, of course, other trailers in this RV park, but this is the only one that did suffer damage from the storms. Back to you. Yeah, Lauren, 2 people were stuck inside this trailer you see here behind me. They were trapped. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning. Authorities did have to come out and rescue them. Luckily, they were able to get out safely. Austin Fire and EMS both responded here to the scene, and when they arrived, a woman was trapped inside the RV and a man was pinned underneath it. This happened off of Canoga Avenue at the Oak Forest RV Park. It did take emergency crews about an hour to get those 2 people out safely. Medics say the man is in his 70s. He does have serious injuries, but they're not expected to be life-threatening. The woman in her 60s has minor injuries, both taken to Del Seaton Medical Center, and you can see from these photos or video that the trailer was not submerged in water, but EMS says this incident is believed to be weather-related. And something we've noticed at this RV park, there are numerous trailers all around. There are some down trees and whatnot, but this is the only RV that was flipped over from the overnight storm. Back to the studio.